What's up, party people? Jude's snowboarder here with Jude's Junk on, that's a Facebook page, shop, and also a YouTube channel. Trying to share some of my 40 years of experience collecting with others. So you need help selling your comic books. You need help learning about comic books. You're new in the business. You just acquired a bunch. You were just gifted a bunch and you need help. You got to remember, a lot of us are looking to buy low and possibly sell high, or just buy low and keep forever. So there's a conflict of interest when you're asking us for our opinion. On a scale of 5 to a 7 grade, yeah, it's probably a 5. I'll give you what 5 is worth. So let me just break down a couple of things you need to be aware of if you want to get in the comic book business. Number one is grading. There's a grading scale of 1 to 10 of what a comic book is. And it doesn't matter whether it's, quote, graded or not by CBCS or CGC, there's a grade assigned to that book, depending on how many dings. I hear a lot of people say, oh, it looks pristine, it's never been out of the bag, you know, it's not even near mint. Near mint is a 9.4, so it's got 2 or 3 color breaks, a little ding on the corner, maybe a manufacturing area, may not be. Oh, maybe even a little water damage, boom, now it's a 5.5 instead of an 8.5. So you got to learn how to grade. I think that'd be one of the first things to do. And a lot of people say you don't need to do that. I don't know how to collect comic books if you don't know how to grade. CBCS has a great page on what the different grades are. You can buy books on it. Or you need to get help from someone who knows how to grade. Get a presser. Partner up with a presser you trust. They're going to tell you about CGC. They're going to tell you about CBCS, the different grading tiers. They're going to be able to direct you to, and this is if you have comic books that you might want to sell. If you don't have comic books you want to sell and you're brand new, well, you might want to sell them eventually, but you can get a lot of advice from partnering with the right presser. And they can show you what price guides to use. They can show you which company to get graded at, the different problems with grading, the signature series. So you got to grade, you got to determine the difference between prices between raw and graded. A lot of different price guides out there. A lot of people use eBay past sales, and I just did a video on why it's not always reliable, but it's probably your best bet if you want something free. If you want advice and help on a business that's probably $1 billion business, and you don't want to spend any money on the right tools, then don't expect to get a lot of value for the free tools that are out there. I subscribe to GPA for graded values. I subscribe to Zap Kapow for raw values. I use eBay past sales, future sales, to look at prices or trends. A lot of newsletters with various comic book companies. You're going to have to learn about variants, Virgins, and trade dress. Trade dress has the name of the Marvel on it and the name of the title. Virgins don't have any of that. You're going to have to learn about ratios versus variants. Ratios means the company put out a limited number. Marvel put out a limited number of that book, whereas variants, someone hired an artist to do a variant. So the ratios might be worth more than the variants. There's really a lot to learn to be good in this business. So getting on Facebook page and saying, hey, can I get help? I need to sell some comics, or I need to learn about it. That's great, but make your questions a little more targeted so you know, because no one knows what you're looking to do when you say, hey, can you help me sell some comic books? You need to at least have some of these categories. Grading values, raw versus a, quote, graded book in plastic or a slab book. Pressing versus non-pressing, signature series, what tools should you subscribe to? But if you know how to grade, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. And it doesn't take that much effort, just a little bit of time and energy to grade. And I would say go with sellers that are happy putting an estimated grade on there. Sellers that say, hey, I'm not a professional grader, I'm not giving you a grade, whatever, I'd say avoid them like the plague. That's just an easy way to hide known defects. I've heard people say I'm not a professional grader, and then I find out later they've been collecting graded and raw books for 30 years. So what does that tell you? I could probably sell more books if I didn't put a grade on there. Anyways, good luck, keep asking, and hopefully you get some help.